your boy VC. Yo, listen, if you're in the VC Trading Academy, if you went to the linktree.com/venture capitalist, or you've been to TikTok, Venture Capitalist Live, and you signed up for the Academy, the Trading Academy, just want to go over this quick video for you. I know we've made 8,000% on this coin over the last 3 days. But what I want to do here is kind of show you what we're doing when it does what's called a pullback, right? So initially, we always enter trades based on the 1 hour. Now, if we take a look at our 1 hour, we can see that this trade was active on our indicators way back here, guys. As you can tell right here, this is the 1 hour time frame, and we have a green situation right here, and this is where we would be entering our trade in this little zone right here, somewhere in here. I mean, these are our candles. So basically what happens here is this candle turns green, you get an alert on your email. You should have your trading view alerts set up, and they should be set up to send you, if you don't know how to do alerts, you need to go into your Discord, look for the video that says setting alerts, and you need to set it, right? So on the 1 hour, you would set it on the green trend, right? And you would put on the right hand side setting the trend to beep every candle, right? So that way you would get an alert sent to an email. On the alert section, you select emails. That goes to your email connected to your trading view. That should give you an alert on your cell phone that you have an email alert. Make sure that you're getting them on your phone, and then that way you know when your trades are happening. So here you got a 1 hour trade that turns what we call price action, goes from red to green, right? That means we enter a trade. This would have been 1 hour, 2 hours, and hopefully by then, at the end of 2.5 hours, you would have got into this trade by then. So we'll give you a little bit of time there. And what that means right here is this long position here has already brought the opportunity of 400% gains, 438% gains, and this is our pullback, right? Now, once we enter on an hour, excuse me, depending on the price or the amount the coin is worth, right? Most coins that we deal with are 10 cents, 15 cents, 25 cents, 30 cents. Some are dollars, right? And if it's less than 5 cents, where it's under, 5, 4, 3, 2 cents, or even when it starts getting into the lower amounts of, like a penny, 10, eighth of a penny, 1/10 of a penny, that's where you can take advantage of selling out early. So normally on a regular coin that we sell on, something like a Ethereum, right, we would basically follow it until we see red on what's called the 15-minute chart, right? Meaning that you would enter here on the 15-minute chart, and I mean you would enter on the 1 hour, but you would not sell until you got a red on your 15-minute chart. And as you can see here, we have a red zone right here that finally went red on the 15-minute, and we're going to throw in a line right here as the first sell zone, right? And we're going to turn that right here, and we're going to turn this one for the 15-minute. We're going to make it yellow. Okay, so that's one sell zone on the 15-minute, and then you would have bought back. Now when you sell on a time frame like the 15-minute, as long as the 1 hour continues to be green, right, as this coin goes on, obviously you can see we already marked that it stayed green until the top of the run, you stay in that time frame. So we sold on the 15-minute, so that's our 15-minute sell zone on this candle right, probably this one right here would be the one you would catch right in this little zone here. Now what that means is on the 15-minute, you would then re-enter on the 15-minute just when it turned green, right? So you would set your alert saying that, hey, on the 15-minute, when the 15-minute goes green, that's when I would re-enter, right? Now by doing this, this essentially does one thing for you. Make sure that you keep your profits, right? But more importantly, it makes sure that you don't lose all your money by falling all the way back down. So this sell would have happened somewhere on this yellow line, and then your buyback would have been somewhere off this green line here, and that would have been about 3.5%. Okay, that's about a 3.5% move right there that you would have saved, made it profit, right? Now, what I mean by smaller coins, smaller time frames is exactly that. So when we're entering on an hour, when we have a coin that's less than a penny or 5 cents, then we want to move all the way to the 3-minute time frame because we want to get in and out of this time frame where it's like very critical, right? So basically what we have here is the entry zone of the 1 hour, right? So you can see here that we've entered on our 1 hour zone. That's going to stay the same. Here's our 1 hour, right? And as you can tell, this goes all the way to the top like it's supposed to. But now what I want to show you is what's called our price trend, right? Our price action. We're going to look at the green line, and what we're looking for here is the 3-minute to go red, right? And this will give us more opportunity to make money. So here we go. We would buy in at this zone here, right? The first red comes in, and it has a sell zone right about here, right? Now, this right here on the short zone would have set an alert. You probably would have sold around there, and you would have bought back somewhere right there, right? Now, what that would have been about a 2 to 3% move that you would have made by selling at that time, and that would have saved you, when you re-enter, that would have saved you 3% on that. But as you can see, these sells, and let's go ahead and put them in here. So these sells, these candles that would have been sell zones, let's do a trend line here. They would have came up a little more frequently because they're 3 minutes. So it would be this right here. And I'm going to make these blue. Okay. Now, the next time this does it, you would have seen a little red sign come in here. And selling right here would have been your little zone. Now this is more of your day trading, because they're trying to make as much as possible off day trading, because you never know how much a pullback is going to happen. But that would be a trade right there. And then it's green all the way up, right? Protection, right? Until it gets to here. And then we would have sold somewhere off this candle here. And then bought back in. And all the way to here. So even though there was a time there that it kind of told us to sell, even though it went flat, those are rare occurrences, and it's okay to have those. But in the meantime, I'll show you what it would have saved you. So it would have got you into here. And that would have saved you a nice little drop here. This little drop here that it saved you is a rebuy somewhere in there is another 2%. So it's saving you 2.5% per move. Now, if you keep up with that and you're actually on top of that, what you're looking for here is basically those add up. 2, 4 come across, and here's another sell zone right in here, right? This is kind of like the bigger one. It comes across. Now this one would have triggered somewhere off here. Now this is the one that you're really looking at, because right here when you would have sold here, this goes all the way down. Now this is your sell zone from your earlier movement right in here. But as you can notice, you would have missed out on all this fall. So just the money it would have made you right here by using this scenario would have netted you an additional 4%, right? It would have alerted you to, you would have got another 4% off of that move right there. So I mean, they do add up when you're using the 3-minute here. Now, that's how you use your indicators on your, and this is definitely a huge move there that you would have saved. Now, what I want to point out is that since we're selling on the 3-minute, that means we would buy back on the 3-minute, right? Now, the only time we don't buy back, or let's say that the 3-minute goes red, right? The only time that we don't buy back on the 3-minute is when everything starts to go red. And that's where we're at right now. I want to show you where we're at right now. And this is a perfect example. So we got to our top, and obviously right here we went red. Okay, 3 minute went red. It's still red, and look at all this fall that it came down. Then we bought back in, then we're red again, and now we are green again. Now the thing is that this would be our re-entry, but before we could re-enter, we need to make sure that the 1 hour is still green, which it is. We make sure at least the 30 minute is green, which it is. We need at least a 30 minute green before we can re-enter. And then the 15 minute, right? So here's our 15 minute. It comes all the way down. It's still red, but the hourly is green and the 30 minutes is green, right? So that gives us two upper levels saying that it's green, which allows us to enter here. Now, if the 30 minute was red after the 15, if the 30 minute was red, and then the 45 minute was red, and the 1 hour was red, we would not re-enter this just because the 3 minute went green. It's because we don't have a pattern or a trend of it being green. We have a red trend, right? Going from 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 45 minute, 1 hour. Now, the only difference here is that the trend has been changed from the 1 minute, 3 minute, 15 went red, 30 still green, 45 is green, 1 hour is green. So the upper time frames show that they're still green, meaning that in the future they're seeing ×3, an hour and a half, from 30 minutes to an hour and a half. An hour means 3 hours of green pasture. Now as we go down, them being red means that's a pullback, right? And the pullback is only going to last so long, right? And that's what we're watching now. So now we can go look at our 3 minutes since it turned green here and enter in this position at 6.5, 6.7 and say, okay, we can enter this green because we know the 30 minute is green. If the 30 was, because, let me say it again. If the 15 minute is red, we have to look one above it, the 30. If that was red, we look to the hour. If that was red, then we wouldn't re-enter this 3 minute because we'd be needing way too many trends to go green, right? So since the trend is still green because the 30 is green and the hour is green, right? So when we look at the 3 minute, we only have to go green on the 3 and the 5 and the 15. If it's more than 3 time frames, right, the 30 minute or the hour is not green, then we do not enter, right? Especially if the hour is not green, right? We need to start off with a green hour and then we re-enter from there. So we're going to re-enter on the 3 minute here because we're building momentum back from a pullback, which means the 3 minute goes green, the 5 minute goes green, we're in, and now all we're hoping is that the 15 minute will eventually turn green. And that would mean that we continue to hold our position and move forward. Okay? Listen to this video 3 or 4 times so you understand what I'm saying. The only reason I can enter on the 3 minute green again, even though my 15 minute is red, is because the 30 minute is green and the 1 hour is green, meaning that the trend is still green. So that means that I have more possibility of it being green than red. And that's what that means. Now, the one thing you can do for the 1 hour is also take a look at the RSI. The one thing I love to do is if the lower levels like 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute are red, then I will allow, and the RSI of the 1 hour is coming down, I will just allow the 1 hour RSI to come all the way down and level to the bottom before I take a re-entering position and of the movement moving back up, right? And as you can see right here, I need my MACD to come all the way down, but I need to show a reversal. As you can see right here, it's going down, down, and then finally the MACD is starting to grow here and the RSI hit the bottom and it's starting to move up. It came up to, it got rejected a little, came down, but it's starting to move back up again. So that's going to let me know that we are finally at the bottom of the pullback and we should have some type of movement upwards now from this level, which allow us to now restart re-entering on the 3 minute, the 5 minute, and then hopefully the 15 minute turns green because it should continue its push is what we're looking for, and then we'll hold that. But right now we're going to go back to our normal philosophy, which is buy and sell off the 3 minute because the future time frames, the 30 and the 1 hour, are still green. Because if they were red, if red became part of like the pattern where red, 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 and everything was turning blood, then we wouldn't re-enter. We would just, you know, be looking to short and start going the other direction way before that when those all started turning red. You know what I mean? Because that's a trend. But this trend is basically in the 1 hour still green, the 30 minutes still green. We're just having a pullback, a consolidation, so which means we should be moving in an upward position. And that, my friends, is how you work your coin over. So let's take a look at what we have here, because we did re-enter on the 3 minute and see what we got here. So let's redo our little 1earth positioning here. Restarting our movement. All right. And oh, okay. I need to get in this trade. I'm not in this trade. I'm sorry. Let's get in this trade. KuCoin is giving me problems. Okay, so I should have been in this trade way back at 6-7. I thought I did buy in, but obviously KuCoin has its own ideals of how I trade. Sometimes it trades and sometimes it doesn't work for me. Probably cost me about $200,000 a year. This is why I hate KuCoin. But now we're in the trade. And we're looking to use other things. So you see this little white line here? That was actually my entry price that I was set to enter. I should have already been in this trade, but obviously KuCoin has its own ideals. Stupid KuCoin. All right, so I'm way behind on my trade here. I'm already, you know, lost a little bit of positioning here. Fucking KuCoin. 7% I already lost from my entry price right there, which actually is way down here. So my entry price would have been off this candle here. So I would already be up 14% on my entry, but messing with KuCoin, it didn't take my order. So I'm way behind and I'm way up here, but we'll make that money back, guys. That's what I always tell you guys, when you place your order, make sure that you go back into your KuCoin and go back up to your margin account, click on it, because you want to go back in there to make sure that when you click on it, you come to your main page and that your order is actually there. Because sometimes KuCoin won't do its job properly and it will cost you thousands of dollars. Take it from me. It costs thousands of dollars because KuCoin's technology is terrible, and that's why you should check out things like BuyGet, MEXC, and other things like that. If you guys have any exchanges that you love that never give you problems, put them in the comments down below so that we can check them out. We'll go from there. But that is how we trade on here. And moving forward, I'll be going through this entire trade basically off our 3 minute time frame here, and I will sell when it goes red on the 3 minute and re-enter on the 3 minute when it goes green, as long as my 5 minute is green, and as long as my 15 minute is green, and as long as my 1 hour is green, right? Now if my 15 minute goes from green to red, then I will stay out of a trade even longer and allow it to come all the way down, and then I will allow the RSIs to reset on the 1 hour. So remember this, if the 15 minute goes red, I allow the 1 hour RSI to bottom out, and then I get back in. So there you go. If the 15 minute goes red, I let the 1 hour RSI bottom out, and then after that, I look at my 30, if it's still green, and the 1 hour is still green, then I re-enter on the 1 hour RSI moving up. That's the tip you need to know when you can get back in if the 15 minute goes red. Remember, it's when the 1 hour RSI bottoms out and starts to move forward with the MACD moving up. Get it? That is why I went over that point earlier, and that is how you trade on that. Other than that, guy, use your indicators. Very easy to use. Venture Capitalist, linktree.com, Venture Capitalist, and that is where you get your indicators. And it looks like we're going to go on another run here, guys, and make some cash. Other than that, good luck. God bless, guys.